Adventures in Filbar. For all your role-playing needs, try the free stuff first.
Hello and welcome to our stream. Don't forget to follow us on the socials at Imhobo Inc. or you can email us imhoboinc@gmail.com. If you're interested in playing on the stream, get a hold of us. You can also purchase interesting RPG items at our store and the link is below. We have everything from shirts to skateboards in our shop. Go, take a look. And if you need new math rocks, catch a Pirate Dog Dice on Twitter for some personalized items. If your game stinks, unlike ours, try some adventure scents by elfishgames.com. They have over 60 different scents and most are pleasant. This aid is perfect for in-person games, especially conventions. Elfish Games also makes how to RPG with your cat, how to cook with your dice, the Shine system if you want to be a gooder writer than me, or try the Radiance project if you just want to play with yourself. Allfishgames.com is your stop for game aids.
Unmuted. Boys and girls, welcome aboard Sunday night. Murder Hobo Inc. presents. We're going GMC, baby. Our work in progress. There you go. Our work in progress space RPG. So bear with us. All of us are still learning the rules. We're all still writing the rules. This scenario is going to feature this crew and a mission commander going to figure out why a science station has gone dark on Nerid 9, an icy planet. First, let's go ahead and introduce you to our players. We'll start with Mike. Mike, you're up first. Who are you? Who are you playing?
I'm Mike. I live on a mountain, and hence the most exciting thing that's happening in my life right now is we're about to have 2,000 rhododendrons bloom, and
Nice.
and they're big ones. They're about 20-foot tall rhododendrons. So that's the excitement in my life. I'm playing Zeri tonight, and Zeri is a seasoned medic.
That brings us to Dawn.
I'm Dawn, and I also live on a mountain, and I'm playing Dudley, the less seasoned medic, but still delicious.
Yeah, but you've left out a very important piece of information here. Are you anxiously awaiting the rhododendron blooming?
Oh, yeah, and even more so is after they bloom, they drop their petals, and they're like sticky,
Yeah.
like glue for
so
like 3 weeks. So you're just picking up these little dried up sticky leaves for 3 weeks.
We'll enjoy them till the 1st of August, basically.
Yeah.
Nice. Or is that just what you tell the CSI guys? Oh, it's the rhododendron.
Right.
Show me the Lord or get off the mountain. Last but not least, Carrie, wrap it up for us.
I am playing Lulu, the hairless tabaxi accountant who must make sure that everyone has their receipts. I'm not sure why she's going on this mission, but that's what she does to make sure everyone gets their receipts in.
Number comes up, you answer the call. That's what they do at GMC, the Galactic Mining Consortium. Boys and girls, as I said, your fire team includes a 4th person. We discussed that in Green Room. I will be playing the 4th person. His name is Curtis Chips Swanson. He is mission commander. He's done this 100 times before. Some of them were simulated. Most of them were simulated. He's going to go ahead and be in charge of this mission to make sure that you guys don't fuck it up after the egregious, shall we say, economic debacle faced in the city last time. So while he is not
It wasn't our fault.
Let's go to the tape.
And I had all the receipts for that.
I believe Zeri was buying drinks, which was discussed as a prolific no-no. So while
It was the tipping that was the problem.
Chips is not. Go ahead.
my plausible deniability if I get called on to the carpet on that. So
Well, that's why you got sent to Nexus or Nerid 9.
that's why Chips is babysitting us, I think.
That's right. Somebody's got to keep an eye on you guys. As you guys fly through the galaxy using an elbow or a drone, everything is going smoothly. The course correction is set. The elbow points out that you are on the flight pattern, but it is not receiving any communication from the space station or from the science station, which is on the surface. Chip Swanson says, "Get your suits on, boys and girls, because it gets a little chilly from here." You guys are going to be given space suits, which add 2d10 hit points. But once those 2d10 hit points are gone, that suit is ineffective, including environment and defense. So there is no sewing kit to fix this thing here. You'll have to take it back to base station. As you begin your descent, the Elmo points out we are entering the lower atmosphere. You guys all have seats. You can all see out the main view screen. You're plummeting through a great deal of clouds. And as you break into the surface, the atmosphere, you notice that it's an icy world. However, there are rivers of what appear to be lava. As there's a lot of buffeting going on, Chip Swanson points out, he goes, "Okay, now remember, once we get here, file out 2x2 formation, standard. You remember watching Lethal Weapon or what is it? Die Hard on the way over. That's how we're going to do this. Just watch out for the roses. Trust
There's
me.
only 3 of us.
I've got this. Trust me. I'm your leader. I've got this." As you guys as you guys cruise in, you can see you're on an approach vector. Down below, there is a space station. He goes, "I see it. I see it. It's right there. It's right there." All of a sudden, a bolt of energy leaves the station and hits your craft, shorting out Elmo D2. And your ship begins to spin. Chip Swanson, hero, crashes forward and grabs a hold of the controls and begins to try and bring the nose up, but he screams, "Get to your evac portals. I'll bring this thing down, but just in case, get to the evac portals." You guys are dressed in your spacesuits. You have your cool space helmets. You look like Matt Damon in The Martian. Do you follow his orders or follow him down?
I'm getting too old for this shit, so I run to the to my evac thing, and just a off-topic question: does my blast vest work underneath my spacesuit, or is it blast vest or spacesuit since that's armor, or do I get to layer?
You know what? Since we're workshopping this shit, what do you think? Did you ask for a larger spacesuit?
If you're gonna layer it, it should probably be that your blast vest goes on top,
yeah,
and then your spacesuit underneath.
Because I won't care if they shoot me if my spacesuit fails.
That is true. That is a good point. So yeah, you can look like the cops nowadays with their vest on the outside, which looks absolutely ridiculous. But you know,
paracord and
yeah, and which we have. Carrie, thank you very much. We have plenty of paracord on this.
Yeah, on the tags, I couldn't hit the little thingies hard enough, so you have to like kind of angle it in the light to see your names on it. Property of GMAC.
Well, I can see. Yeah.
Prep of GMAC and duds.
You only get dud because they're not sure if you're going to make it or not.
Are the parasites out of control?
Dudley goes into the evac tube. These look like little Star Trek torpedo tubes, and they have cushion in there. So you guys are familiar with how these work. There's a parachute attached to them. You go down, float, lofty crofty, on down onto the ground for a gentle descent, and you're all set. Dudley and Lulu, are you going in, or are you going to remain up there with Chip Swanson, mission commander?
Yeah. If the plan is to parachute out, then I'm gonna parachute out, because I know that a parachute is held together with paracord, and I have great trust in it. So I
And
tell Duds here to hit the silk as well.
fair enough. Lulu?
I just follow them because, whatever.
All three of you get in. The doors begin to shut on the evac system, and Mission Commander Curtis Chip Swanson points out, "Good luck. We're all counting on you." He goes
Aren't you
back.
coming with us?
Your last view is fire coming off the front of the ship. All of a sudden, you don't know it, but the other two, all three of your tubes shoot out the side of the ship. There's a big jerk where the very staunch paracord takes hold and keeps the parachute aloft. As you guys go down, you notice that these are just emergency evacs. There is no navigation equipment in here. Everybody gets to roll a d4 to figure out where you're going to land.
Me nostalgic for the model rocket that had the clear tube
That's
that
right,
you-
with a little man on it. Yep.
Yeah.
It always lands in the gutter. Ooh,
Four.
2 4s
3.
and a 3.
I pressed up against the glass. Lulu.
What's
yeah.
happening?
You do not see her. Everybody give me, maybe if I had my shit together. What were we using as perception? There it is.
Intellect?
Yes, we were using intellect. Everybody give me an intellect score.
Oh, Lord.
Remember, and for the folks at home, you want to roll at or below your numbered attribute.
I have plugged up my little glass by panting in the excitement.
I rolled 7 over.
7 over or under?
Over.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
Ooh, Lulu, good news. You know exactly where you're going. Number 3, you're going into the forest. Now roll a luck roll.
All of us? All of us?
Nope, just her for right now.
We'll just
Okay.
That is not lucky.
You find yourself come to a quick stop and then begin to swing like a pendulum. You fear that you have not landed on terra firma. Zari and Dudley, good news, you have landed on terra firma because you have landed in the hills and you guys are immediately spine shocked for 1 hit point of damage as you're now maybe a little bit shorter than you were a second ago. As everybody kicks open their doors, Lulu, you are swinging. Give me a d6 roll, please.
Oh, crap. 6.
You are 60 feet in the air.
Oh, shit. I can't land on my feet up this high.
Zari and Duds, you're on terra firma. You are in snow covered, also laced with some kind of a reddish substance that you aren't sure. As Dudley's mask becomes unfogged, as you guys realize you're safe. Safe as in your mother's arms if she were dead.
That's comforting.
You look around the woods. Oh, that's cool. You get out of your tube, you look around. Give me an intellect roll for both of you, please.
Yeah. 29, about half under my intellect.
Oh, I'm half over my intellect.
Dudley, as you take in the brisk but beautiful surroundings, your heads-up display on your mask indicates that it's, I don't know, 30 below.
Jesus.
And you're trying to get your bearings on where everything is. There is a little dot, so your heads-up display does have a map involved. Zari, your heads-up display isn't working real well, and as you kind of tap your helmet, you look down and you see tracks, non-human tracks, and there appear to be 6 limbs on these tracks, and they seem to be kind of offset. So it is not 6 feet in a row. It's kind of
Okay. And I'm guessing these aren't boot prints.
They are not. They look more like talons.
Okay.
Get this cat out of here.
What's the conversion from Fahrenheit to Celsius?
Well, we're in space, so it would be Kelvin.
Oh,
Um,
well then I have no idea what temperature is out there.
well, first things first, we got to pull the paracord out of the chutes and wrap them up. This looks like a cold environment. We might need to make a shelter. So we'll break down our chutes, and then
Where's Lulu?
can we see Lulu, or I'm gonna yell out, not very loud but kind of loud, Lulu,
Sure.
can you hear me?
As you gather up your parachute and you yell out for Lulu, you hear, and you see smoke rising off in the distance.
That's not good.
I
Yeah,
wonder if Swanee made it.
yeah, I'm gonna say that that 30. Oh, I was gonna say 34 simulated missions does not a real mission make, and that's my lesson for Duds.
He
And,
may need emergency help. We might need to. Let's find Lulu.
let's find Lulu. Yeah, I'm more concerned about Lulu.
Go ahead and give me a percentage roll and a D4, either one of you, please.
You do the percentage. I'll do the D4.
I'll do it. Yeah.
1.
Oh crap. Or maybe good. 85.
85 yards away, you are on a hillside. To the left of you is a plain. To the right of you are some woods. And straight ahead is the space station, or the science station. Beyond the science station, about maybe a quarter of a mile, big plume of smoke. So at least Dickhead didn't hit the science station.
Good. He augured in where it wouldn't bother our mission. That was his last act of bravery, probably. So.
He's getting a medal for it. So, you know.
Find Lulu. We can.
Are they naming schools after him?
Do I get any answer to my call?
Give me a luck roll, Lulu.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's right. It would be good luck, not mine. Because she's the one.
No.
No, you do not.
Okay.
Do we have communicators?
Yes, you do.
Oh.
Can I communicate her?
No, you cannot.
Oh.
It's under my spacesuit and I can't get to it.
No, there seems to be a problem with all communication. That's why the science station's gone dark.
Okay.
That's the continuity line right there.
Ah,
It's all coming together.
So
not just lazy writing.
it's laid out like he says. if it's laid out like he says, I would walk towards the tree line thinking that, Lulu, if she landed safely, would be in the clearing now, but good chance she's in the trees. I'm going to just walk towards the tree line and try a couple more times. Lulu, can you hear us?
As luck would have it, those taloned tracks are also headed in that same direction.
Oh,
We'll kill 2 whatever's with 1 stone.
Cats
Yeah.
with 1 stone.
You can always tell them that there's a barbecue on the other side of the science station. That's fresh meat right there. Lulu, give me 2 luck rolls as Zari continues to yell out to you.
It's a lot of smoke. I wonder if Andy,
It's got to be warmer over there anyway.
does.
64.
Puppy.
Doesn't hear shit. Zari, give me a luck roll.
Damn it. No.
Yeah,
Way off.
you're pretty sure that helmet is really muffling your voice.
Okay.
Start cranking off rounds.
I do have a handgun
Oh.
that I could fire to, very dangerously.
Yeah.
Is it inside the spacesuit?
Oh yeah.
Oh, outside, like.
I've got it on my I got it on my thigh, and I'm like trying to like pull my arm out of my thing to get it down there, but it's not working.
Just open up the visor. Pew, pew. Dude, it's cold. Put the muzzle on your nose. Oh, that's better.
Right. You wouldn't be able to get it outside if it was that cold.
Yeah.
Okay, Lulu, you're hanging 60 feet in the air. What do you want to do?
So
Yeah, you know what? Give me another luck roll. Let me see if I can continue to fuck with you.
And we're just going to follow it.
89.
Ooh, that's bad. Give me a D6.
That's what I got.
3.
I wonder what I should do. This loud crack is heard, and down you go, 30 feet. Now you are 30 feet, dangling Zari and Dudley. Luck roll, or you know what, intellect, to see if you guys heard the rather large cracking.
I was going to try to climb up the 60 feet. Damn it.
Yeah.
A noise can be heard somewhere in the woods.
Yep. That sounds like a tree limb cracking. And so, knowing what that very well might be, I head that direction.
Fair enough. Strangely enough, the tracks do not go in that direction. It kind of veers off. So, good news. As you guys tread through the light covering of snow, the bottom of your boots seem to be covered in a red substance. You assume it's some kind of fungi or something else, something indigenous. It's not blood. It is powdery. So for all you know, Mission Commander Chip Swanson did not give you an environmental checklist on this thing. As you get there, you see the swinging escape pod with the door open and your cat creature swinging in the breeze. Lulu, give me an intellect.
Oh boy.
Let's our parachute.
38.
Parachutes can get underneath.
Yep.
And what's your luck score?
I'm going to have to put my chamomile aside for the moment.
How relaxing.
Right? It smells
As you
so
swing
good.
30 feet above with Chip Swanson roasting his chestnuts, his Curtis nuts on the fire.
25.
No, you don't see shit. You're trying to figure out how to do this. Zari and Dudley, you arrive. You aren't directly below in case the damn thing cracks again, but you're there. You can now yell up to her, and she should be able to hear you.
Yeah, we start to yell up to her as we unfurl one of our parachutes and start pulling it taut underneath the underneath the capsule.
Lulu, have you ever been to a circus?
Yes.
Okay, well, handcuff yourself to rigs and jump off if you dare. But first, give me an intellect roll.
Mhm.
She's Brazilian. She'll land on her feet.
Yeah.
That's
That's
good.
true. 45.
I'm guessing that does not beat your intellect score.
Intellect, where am I? No, my intellect's 31.
Cool. Zarian Dudley, you grip your parachute material, wrap it around your wrists. She doesn't weigh that much, so you're thinking this is probably okay. Lulu, you want to jump?
Yeah, I suppose. I gotta pee, so.
Well, to assist you in peeing, just as you leap, you notice out of the corner of your eye, moving through the trees, is a six-legged creature that looks like what can best be described as a polar bear, and it is headed in your guys' direction. So that little trickle of pee raises the Kelvin. Just
So I see the bear.
you see the bear. It is approaching your position. You leap down.
I yell out, "We gotta go!"
30
That's
feet.
since it's attractant in the form of pee. Yeah.
Stuck in the space.
Maybe it's a
suit.
repellent.
Oh, right. It's in the spacesuit.
Lulu and either Zari or Dudley. You know what? All three of you roll a percentage. If Lulu beats you both, she's too heavy and she hits the deck on her behind. If you both beat her, you can catch her without pain.
Oh, man.
51.
59.
59.
3.
51.
Right through the parachute material. 4 hit points of damage. And I'm assuming they'll say, what did you say on your way down? It wasn't Geronimo.
We gotta go. There's a bear up there.
A creature crashes through the underbrush. It has 2 enormous fangs. It almost looks like a spider, but it's all furry and shit. It's got 6 legs. It leans back on its 2 rear legs and gives out this hideous scream. It's time to go, boys and girls.
Well, it's got 6 legs. I can't imagine I'm going to be able to outrun it. Do I
Right.
have any
Are we
weapons on the outside of my spacesuit?
Nope.
Are
Is there
we
a
leaving
branch?
tracks?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, hell, I can't get to my cryo gun, is what you're saying. I'm not like slinging that thing on the outside of my suit. Damn it.
You know what? It sucks when the DM tells you, hey, it's a rush job. Better put on the spacesuit.
So, are there any like broken branches or anything around?
Oh, yeah.
I grab up a pointy stick
Talk to nature.
and I'm ready to go. Let's run.
No.
Okay.
No, there's nothing like that.
William Wallace picks up a broken stick. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I've done space mission
yeah.
documentaries. Do I know anything about this creature or this environment, or
So,
do we play dead, or do we try to make ourselves big?
Give me a creative, or what did we decide documentaries were?
well,
Well, that's
I've got
my
biological
that's my
sciences.
that's my hobby. So
Right.
it's about educational insight. So I
I'll
don't know
give
if
you-
that would be intellect or
I'll give you intellect or creativity.
okay.
Yeah, we need to work on what those things compare to.
I know nothing.
Never
about
seen it?
this.
Don't know what it is.
So my bonus is for biological sciences. Can I take a roll on that to see if I know how to whether to play dead or fight back on this thing?
Sure, I'll also give you intellect or creativity.
Oh, creativity, please. Yeah, easily. 24, and I've got 64 on my or 63 on my creativity.
In the words of Curtis Chip Swanson, arachnids can be disabled by going ahead and destroying one of their legs. It will cause them to retreat. That's what you hear in your head, only a lot more smug.
Okay. Yeah. So. So I grab a length of paracord and I hand it to Duds and I tell him to pull it tight and we're going to try to clothesline this thing's leg, and if we can tangle one of its legs, we'll just see if we can yank it right off of there.
It is headed directly towards one, Lulu with the sharpened stick. Zari and Dudley deal out the paracord, now replenished from the gambling issue. You guys can now run at it as Lulu is going to face off with the creature. Everybody roll percentage in initiative. High roll wins percentage. 67.
48.
64. I think it's just the number.
Oh.
We don't add
Two.
anything to that, do we? Or is
Nope,
that our...
just the number.
2.
Okay.
67 beats Dudley and Zari combined. It screams out one of those weird sci-fi things, and it's trying to hit you with one of its front legs, Lulu. 23. You are struck, and your spacesuit is going to be pierced for 7 hit points. Did you roll your 2d10 to see how much your spacesuit had?
No.
Zari and Dudley, if you didn't, go ahead and roll that now. 2d10, please.
I got. Does he want to know what
Yep.
we rolled?
Oh,
15.
16, did you say?
1-5.
1-5. And Dudley?
14.
14. 12, 14, and 15. Your suit is still operational, Lulu. Dudley, as you take off, you are now angling the paracord because your associate got a 2. This is going to give Lulu a chance to hit it with a sharpened stick. Go ahead and roll your attack roll. This will be athletics, so meet or below athletics.
Melee, right?
Nope. I got a 61.
Fair enough. Zari, after wrapping that paracord one more time around his fist, takes off running. Zari and Dudley, since this is kind of an improvised issue, I will give you a luck score. Who wants to roll it?
I got 31.
So do I.
I'll roll it. I'll roll.
Okay.
Nope.
As you guys plow forward, it had already attempted to hit with its right front. Its left front is raised. You run right past the first row of legs. Round 2. It is going to attack Lulu again. No, it is going to miss Lulu. Dudley, would you like to slow down a bit so that you and Zari can make a good effort? Okay. Lulu, give it a stab again if you can.
Hmm. $79.
Negatory. Dudley, you want to roll the luck score this time? Since you guys are even, I will give you 4% or 4% deducted to make it easier for you.
No.
The middle legs see you coming and step over it. Round 3, Lulu. Here it comes again. 97, not even close. Lulu, give it a stab.
$56.
You know what? It just occurred to me we aren't using size deficiencies. Drop that down to a 46 because this thing's large. Does a 46 hit?
I have no idea.
What is your athletics score?
43.
Swing and a miss. Dudley, same for you guys. 10, also -4, so 14 for your bonus.
Okay. What are we rolling right now?
For luck. So it's going to be luck, and whatever your roll is, -14 to get closer.
Okay. Well, that would be 34. I missed by 3.
And what are we subtracting from it?
14.
Yeah, that
dear.
makes it for me.
Okay, fair enough. You've got one of its legs entangled. Everybody will have advantage in this fourth important round. 1 through 5, it's going to go after Lulu. 6, it's going to be unhappy with Zari. 4, it's going after Lulu again.
Must be the P.
66. Not good. That's right. It's got your scent now. 66. Dudley, you have your choice. You can do the curly Q with Zari and try and hold that leg down, or you can try for the other leg and trip it.
We have to do something quickly, so we're going to try brute strength to just bring this thing down by one leg or cripple its one leg, because Zari, from all of his experience, can tell that this thing is in rut and Lulu is in trouble.
Okay.
I want to kick it in the knee because it hurts, don't it?
Okay, Dudley. Go ahead and kick it down.
Is that athletics?
Yep.
Okay.
If
Minus 14. I got a 4.
Yeah,
Nice.
made it.
D6, because you're wearing them heavy boots. Now, Zari, are you yanking with the rope?
Yeah, like the paracord, we're yanking.
Okay.
4.
4 damage and Dudley.
5 damage.
9 damage total. Lulu, it's up to you. Your attack.
Oh boy. $27.
I think that hits. A stick, I'll give you a D6 too. You know what? I'll give you a D8 because it's a broken stick.
It's sharp.
That's right.
And it's covered in cat pee, so it might even be toxic at this point in time.
Exactly. If
Haha.
nothing else, we'll give them the plasmosis.
Yeah.
I yell. I don't know what I yell, but I stab at it.
I don't care about any of you. It's got 17 damage. Let's do a luck roll.
I was like, do I even look like one of you? Go find your own type.
It has decided to GTFO as you little insectoid creatures are really pissing it off. It lumbers back into the forest, wounded, with a stick still in its thorax. You may give chase and kill it in the name of Chips Swanson or GTFO and get to the science station.
I didn't know Chips at all, so fuck him.
Yeah.
He's the one that did this to us.
So
Zari
caution.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
caution the better part of valor. Let's head to the science station.
Sure. Zari knows where it is because he saw it. As you head back into the plains, you see the station, and beyond it, maybe a quarter of a mile, the wreckage of the USS Titanic that you flew in on. That thing's not going back up into the air. It is a charred wreck. Maybe for comedic effect, you see Chip Swanson running around on fire.
Don't run. It just feeds the flames.
Yeah.
Stop,
Yeah,
rock and roll.
I need
exactly.
more oxygen.
So,
Chip's died in the impact.
yeah. Well, contrary to popular belief, that won't make him explode, but it'll make the fire burn a hell of a lot faster. So,
No, he's well done. Well done, Chips. Well done. As you guys run across the gap, you notice it seems as though, in spite of the temperature, this snowpack, if you will, is kind of melting, revealing rivulets of red. So your botany skills aren't up to par, but maybe this is a red planet when it's not winter or something. You don't know. But you get to the science station. I will assume that in your mission parameters or briefings, you were told what the code is. The code to get into this space or science station is 0, 0, 0.
Really, nobody changed it.
Nobody changed it. It's
yeah,
by
which one
default.
of us has high enough intellect to remember that?
Maybe you wrote it on your hand. Oh, you're in a spacesuit.
Yeah, I go to check where I wrote it on my hand. I'm like, oh, damn.
Take your glove off. It'll be fine. Shit's melting. As you guys make it into the airlock, the pressurized compartment seals, and you get the ping, green light, okay to take off your shit. Currently, you have a couple of problems. There's some kind of, for lack of a better term, dampening field inhibiting all communication. So ergo, that's probably what's wrong with the science station. You also don't have a way off, so you need to get that up and running, or you're going to be here a while. Two, where's the crew of the science station? So as your decompression is finished, finito,
And where is the bathroom?
the bathroom will be just inside because we all know after depressurization you're going to have to pee a lot. So enter the science station.
Yes.
Well, I mean, Swanee was still alive a second ago. I mean, should we go?
Nah, he was dead. I was just fucking with you.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Well then,
He looked like an Ent from Lord of the Rings.
he was a man, and
He was a kebab. That's what he was at the end. A
Oh,
kebab.
Robert.
Right.
and we knew him too little, and we'll have to remember to check for his wallet on the way.
That's right. You gotta get that corporate credit card.
Good
That's
thinking.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, you know what? She might be a rook. But that's a nice watch on that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
little-
sure he's got some paracord. I can always use some more.
All right, true.
Yeah, I gotta get that credit card
Roast
back.
beef Waffle House for breakfast.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And all his personnel evaluations that he did on you guys, crucifying you per GMC orders. As the doors open, you immediately realize this space station is on backup power. The lights are dim. There's beacons going off. I'll say they're clear beacons. Inside it is a standard science space station. So you guys have been to plenty of these before, not as many as Chip Swanson, but you guys have been to plenty of these. It is in a circular formation. Each piece of the Trivial Pursuit pie links into the next one. So
Oh,
it is large,
Do the
but
lights come on?
nope, only emergency power or backup power is going off.
Mm.
it's like Andromeda strain, sort of.
Oh, we
But
could use Anubis here because of his engineering, but we do have an accounting tech in Lulu.
that's true. Life support is currently functional. But wait, your life
Is
sensors
there
have
a knock at the door?
your life sensors have just gone off.
Oh, God.
There's a knock at the airlock.
That's right. It's a giant spider creature. Hello.
There's 7 knocks.
That's right. It's everywhere. It's just knocks everywhere. Your life alert sensors have gone off, indicating that there is just barely enough oxygen currently. You give it a couple
I
of
take a big
taps.
deep breath and hold it.
I light a
But
fire.
we do have suits still.
Yeah.
Have I done a documentary about these types of space stations so I would know where the controls are?
Yes.
Okay, let's go that way.
Well, and also let's take the time to get our spacesuits back on to conserve the air, and then get our weapons on the outside.
Ah, there you go. That's capital thinking right there. That's why he's the old guy.
And I need to find something to mend my suit with
Yeah.
if we see anything as we're going along.
That would be in the tool shed area. Dudley, you realize that the nerve center of the entire complex is going to be in the center spoke. Um, that is most likely where it is. The center spoke, however, is only accessible in 2 spots, and this ain't one of them.
So we can go left or we can go right.
Correct.
Is there anything obvious to us if we look around that would be causing the main power outage, as far as any kind of large damage or water or anything like that?
No water, no damage. You do notice that the computer panels on the doors are dark,
Okay.
and they should not be. Even
So-
emergency power, they should be giving data out.
Are
And
there
does
any
it keep the doors open or closed?
You'll have to manually open them.
Okay.
Is there any footprints from like outside, like dirt or?
No, this is a functional place. There's no carpet here. Now, if you get into personnel quarters, there might be, amenities, but here, just outside the airlock, it's grading material leading to maze of ductwork where all the cabling goes.
Okay.
It's a very low budget science station. This is not the Enterprise.
Okay, so let's
It is DMAC after all.
It is.
yeah, we're gonna go through our cyber station and we will go to what's the quickest way most
To the control room?
to the control room.
Give me an intellect score.
Is that for duds?
It can be for anybody.
53, it's that way.
Yeah, I made it by 5 points.
Dudley, you, damn computer screen, not coming up. Zari, you would know that, Rook, there's 2 entrances to the main section. They're going to be opposite of each other, so as far as we know, we can go through either way. The stations are all the same, but they aren't really laid out the same. So you're going to have a commissary portion, you're going to have a crew quarter portion, you're going to have science station, all that shit. So while you're at the offboarding site, you don't know
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, the educational
Does it
system.
have a you are a hero map anywhere?
It does, but it's blacked out. It
Okay.
doesn't work.
Well, well, Zeri will declare that if left is not right, then right is the only way left. Let's go left.
Left it is. Give me a D8, please.
Five.
It is the commissary,
Ooh.
aka kitchen. There is nobody here. The light is flickering. The emergency beacons are going off. Anybody want to open the refrigerator?
I want to know if the pump cheese is still warm.
Yeah. Or the roller dogs.
And the roller dogs, how are those hold up?
Well, the roller dogs, it wouldn't matter if the power was off for 100 years. The roller dogs are still going to, they're as fresh as they were the day they landed on there in 1952.
It's like a Twinkie. It's always good.
If there's no expiration date on it, it's fine to eat. That's the rule.
Do they have the nacho cheese pump?
Oh, yeah. You've got the fountain.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is a nice space station. So, commissary, if you guys want to eat, you can. I mean, there's certainly going to be MREs
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. As a seasoned paramedic, I can't turn down a roller dog and all the free pump cheese I can put on it.
As you go over to pull off one of the last two remaining pump dogs, you notice that there's a plate of food here.
Just one?
So this
Just
seasoned
one.
paramedic tasted.
Are you a seasoned paramedic or Goldilocks?
Yeah.
That's right. It's a virus strain, but fuck it, you know. If that's the third roller dog available, do you want to lift your visor and?
It's a code yellow Mountain Dew with the
Yeah,
with
for
the
the
radioactive toxin on it. Thermos of soup.
What's the red stuff that they have? Code Red.
Code Red.
They've got Code Red and apparently some nachos there, Zari, if you want to give it a nibble.
Yeah, I will definitely at least lift my visor for the roller dog and pump cheese. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is every bit as enticing as it would be if you were at Walmart getting one. You notice that the nacho cheese and chips have chunks of meat on there that smell like salmon. So it must be a variant on fish tacos. Fish nachos.
Ah!
Does it smell like the fish has turned, or is it still pretty fresh and fishy?
You, Zari, are a seasoned medic and realize that you can always take a shot if it's bad.
Right. I might, and plus I'm going to explore it a little bit with my explorers. I've got my tentacles.
He's probing the
That's
fish.
right.
Do they have frozen Coke?
Probably. Zari, give me a luck score. Let's see how your luck's rolling.
Lulu's working the frozen machine, a little bit of cherry, a little bit of regular.
Remember, this is fish on fish action, and so.
That's true.
Oh no, I'm not having great luck.
Yeah, that ain't caviar you're looking at.
Okay. All right.
Dudley
I'll
and
pass.
Lulu, give me a percentage roll. High roll wins.
Well, but it's not that.
48.
Oh, it's bung.
61.
61 wins. Dudley, as you sit there and ponder, is Zari really going to eat the salmon nachos or not? You look over at one of the cabinets, and there seems to be fabric hanging out of it.
Oh, I'm intrigued. I'd like to go check out the fabric.
Give me a luck roll.
No.
The science officer that was a Labrazian blob falls out on top of you. Clearly, he is deceased, and his rank insignia shows that he was a chief scientist, which is weird for a blob to wear anything, but when you're making this shit up on the spot, that's what happens.
Hey, everyone has to be in uniform.
It's true.
I startled throw him and hope that he goes down the wall like a wacky wall walker.
Percentage roll against me. 16.
91.
91. Wall walker he is. I was going to throw him on the salmon nachos, but fair enough. He's a smaller Labrazian. So, yes. Rest in peace with Chips, dude. He's dead. Lulu, you aren't seeing anything out of the ordinary, and you, like Dudley, are really pondering the chances that Zari's going to eat that stupid fish nachos.
I turn around and I'm like, I don't think we want to be here forever, so please don't eat those nachos. I don't want to.
You have found the bathroom, though. Strange that it's off the commissary.
No, I mean, unless your bathroom visit's going to be really short, we got things to do.
Yeah. So it's my understanding that Trorians have some bit of great dexterity with their tentacles. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just holding that plate of fish nachos, and I'm eating the chips and the cheese and attempting to use my tentacles to go around the questionable bits of herring or whatever.
There damn well needs to be an image, Dawn, of that. Fair enough.
Gross.
Every 80s movie has that one guy who's like, hey, I'm going to die. I might as well eat. So as Zari continues to look for the scantily clad bikini babe, Lulu and Dudley, where do you want to go next? Remember, these are all interconnected. It is a big circle like a donut. You just have to figure out the door to the center.
Well,
Yeah, I
guess
figure we should go the way we came, or not the way we came, like the direction
we were going.
Left again.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a d8, somebody.
Is somebody doing it?
You were reaching.
2.
2 is different. You've reached the library.
Huh. Yeah.
Every computer console in here, dead as Lincoln.
Any damage, any water, anything like that in this cheese wedge?
Nope.
Pie wedge?
Everything looks. It just looks like they've lost power for some reason.
So, are there books, or is it all like Kindles?
It's all Kindles, tablets, and computer stations with LCD screens. All of the screens are on. All of them report no signal.
We should just probably, unless one of you wants something from here, just press on, because this isn't the room we need.
And there's nobody here.
But it's got power. It just doesn't have signal. So whatever is dampening our communications is also dampening the database that these are hooked to.
Correct.
Is that right, Lulu? You would know better than me.
Well, I was just saying if we could connect to the database, we could figure out what exactly they were studying. Maybe that would have some sort of effect or bearing on what happened.
Did you bring the fish taco with you?
Yeah.
Good thinking, Brooke. Good thinking.
He is a senior medic. You pee when you gotta pee. You eat when you're gonna eat.
Yeah.
Those are the rules, man.
It takes as long as it takes, Rook.
Lulu, that is a good thought. However, until you get full power back up and running on this station, you're SOL.
All right. Well, I guess we keep going then. And there's no bodies around.
None whatsoever.
Nowhere they can hide.
Just a dead blob.
Okay.
Next
Pick the
one.
next one.
Somebody
All right.
D8 me.
You got it? You guys got
Yeah.
it?
Well, I rolled 2 again. Want me to do it again?
Yep.
3.
3 works. It is the workshop. Not the lab. It is an actual workshop where equipment is rendered operable. This room is different in that it has 2 desiccated bodies that have turned blue. They're both human. The medics will recognize the sign of oxygen deprivation, which is unusual because, according to this, the oxygen is minimal, but present. There's also a door leading into the center node.
Can I get some samples from the 2 dead bodies so I can do something of a investigation to see if maybe there was something they ingested that has caused this, or some kind of scan to see if I can find an explanation for why they're not able to breathe despite there being oxygen.
It's good thinking, Rook. Give me an intellect score as you whip out your tricorder.
Is
And
the
also, are there any tools that I think that would be good for Lulu?
Ooh,
14.
nice.
I made it.
What kind of tools?
I don't know. She's a
Oh,
technician.
you mean to fix the suit?
Well,
Oh,
just a kind of
oh,
tool
just
that
anything.
would slip into my pouch that could be engraved to say Lulu. I don't know, something like that.
a lot of this is going to be exploration gear, including some paracord on the wall, just in case, because you can never have enough paracord. There will be, I don't have the list of shit up, but yeah, I would imagine that there would be numerous items of scientific nature, whether they're working or not. I mean, this is a storage / workshop. But yeah, there's certainly space suits here, extra space suits. Uh,
I could swap out for a clean one.
yeah, you could. D12 against me.
9.
Yeah, there's a suit that'll fit you.
Yes.
Are
All right,
these,
I switch over to that one.
are these integrated with the air supplies, or do they have separate air supplies that we could, just take the air supply packs with us?
I'm more of a journeyman, so or an ELO kind of guy. But yeah, if you want to try air supply, D12 against me.
Oh my God, you're such a dad.
Did you say D20?
D12.
D12.
D12. 11.
There are separate air manufacturing units here. They'll be the size of a Samsonite suitcase.
Is the life support for each individual thing, is it controlled as a whole, or can someone manipulate each section?
Of the space or the science station?
Yeah, so like you've got humans in here that asphyxiated. Could someone have just stopped all life support to just that area and went, eh?
But you know what? That's a good question. You do not know because I do not know.
Okay.
You know what? Everybody roll an intellect score. If you hit it, you tell me. That's a good question. I didn't think of that.
Strong clear. It's now later.
No.
Yeah, I definitely do not know.
Done?
No.
No,
Yeah, that's, you aren't sure. However, if you can find the main unit, you can see if it's got HVAC zones on it. And, thinking about it, I would think they're probably all individually done but linked together somehow, because each of the pies would have to be assembled from the IKEA consortium once it landed on here.
Just from the nature of it being a space station of sorts, that it would be uh, probably for safety reasons, right? There would be that ability to close off each and every one.
I would go with that. That seems like a fair response. So yeah, maybe somebody did this. Now, keep in mind, Dudley did not look over the blob's body or run the tricorder test on it. You have two exits in this room. One goes into the center square with Paul Lind, or the other one continues around in the circle. Lulu is up in her fresh Fantastic Four spacesuit.
I feel powerful.
That's you're looking sharp. Yeah, you wanna tricord that other guy there?
Well, he's in the. What? You need a refill on your leftover nachos?
Yeah, it's kind of sadly set my depleted. Yeah, let me just.
Could you get a wet nap for his tentacles?
You know what? That brings up a good
Right.
point. At this point in time, Zari, give me a health roll. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm trying to tear open the wet nap using this
Oh,
and the
no.
gloves, and it's really hard.
It's really low.
Go to
Okay.
like
I said,
bite
here, let me use my teeth.
Ah, damn it.
Smacks it right into my thing. Oh, what's going on over there?
Yeah, my health roll was unsuccessful, despite how delicious that just was.
Well, now you've got an O2 imbalance inside your suit.
Oh.
There is a gaseous anomaly occurring within this suit at this moment in time. Dudley, you can see there's kind of a fog inside Zari's suit, and his eyes are kind of watering.
Well, not for long as I lift my visor so everyone can enjoy it.
Well, yeah, because you're still eating that shit.
Oh, right. Right.
I'm like,
get-
hey, Lou, come here for a second, and then I like grab Zari and make like air force out of his suit.
Oh, that's right. Fill the entire section. Did you want to go back and check the blob?
Well, if my TO says I should go check the blob, then I'll go check the blob.
Yeah, I mean, we should see what if there's any signs on her tricorder. I thought that we had done that, or I would have.
No, I just
I was
panicked.
too
and-
busy eating, actually.
I panicked and threw them, and then was entertained by the wall walking.
Okay.
So
That's right. Zari, the bathroom is present there if you need to.
yeah, why don't you go to the bathroom while I go check the blob?
Yeah, it's a little hot in here, so yeah, I will.
I will rule that Lulu is still in the process of changing out her outfit. As Dudley goes in to check the Labrazian with her tricorder, Zari opens up the door to the bathroom and finds crewman number 4 inside. This one is a Trollian, so cause of death is not nearly as
Nachos.
obvious. You know what? For the blob, I'm not going to make you roll. Yeah, it's a nacho death. You see bits of salmon and chips on his skin.
An obvious nacho death.
The blob creature died of a lack of oxygen, Dudley. Zari, as you open up the door, thunk, the Trollian falls out. It is adorned in the spacesuit, giving the insignia of a senior scientist.
Oh, and it's still inside of his spacesuit?
Oh, no, they weren't wearing spacesuits.
Okay, so he's got a spacesuit, but he just got somehow they suffocated. Okay.
He didn't like die on the toilet, did he? 'Cause
Yes.
It wasn't an Elvis
then
death, was it?
independently-
It was an Elvis death.
No.
Was it? Okay, he Valsalva'd himself. He vagal maneuvered himself on the toilet and died. Is that what we're doing?
We know he was on the toilet, and we know he's dead. There has not been a tricorder reading to determine cause of death.
Is there more than one bathroom
It's really
here?
simple. Like if what you know, from what's distended and what's not. So.
Well, did you want to perform a complete examination? I mean, the jumpsuit was unzipped and down, so he was definitely taking care of business at the
So
time.
he didn't have the butt flap.
No, there's no what do they call that thing?
It was his drop seat.
Yeah, there's no butt flap on the space
That
suit.
just seems a poor design.
You can go ahead and write to GMAC Intel and see if they can go ahead and change that.
So you've worn jumpsuits, so you know that anytime you have to go to the bathroom, you have to like get completely undressed. And if it's a public restroom, then you're holding all of your jumpsuit.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to do it anyway in real life. Right, just go to the public restroom and get naked, and then go into the stall. You know what? For a guy's restroom, that place will clear out. There's some dude getting naked. Oh, well, I got the whole place to myself now.
How do you hold this for me?
Check myself in the mirror a little.
I'm gonna
That's why I
call
can't go
Duds.
to Rose anymore.
I'm gonna call Duds into the restroom as I am often to do.
Look at this.
Yeah, back at the station, it's a constant like, hey, look, get in here and look at this.
As he stands in front of it and blocks you, and then steps to one side. You see a dead troll.
I'm actually going to teach him a lesson that this is how we did it before we had tricorders, and I'm going to attempt to intellect roll based on like which veins are distended, if he vagaled himself or not.
Well, that's fair. Remember that a Trollian has 2 anuses, so.
Okay, so he could have kind of blocked it out either end there. Okay.
Trollians are real assholes.
Yeah, I'll tell him that too, because my intellect roll didn't work. So I'll tell him real hard to tell on Trollians. Go ahead and run your cycle.
Fortunately, there is no gift on the throne, so.
Thank God.
So it either got flushed away. Yeah.
Did you pull him off of it, or did the blood pool and now he's kind of like locked himself into the toilet?
Yeah, is it a male?
It's a male.
Okay, so if he's been on there long enough, then the dependent lividity would swell his genitalia to where you might not be able to pull him off of the seat. I've actually seen that. Crazy.
It's called tail hooking. He's tail hooking himself.
What you hope for is one of those seats that's open on the end, so you can kind of turn them and cotter pin them right off of there.
What you're hoping for is there's a rook available to try and resolve the situation. Hey, Rook, go check that out.
There's 2 jobs here, Rook, an upper job and a lower job.
And I've got the earmarks on my arm.
Yeah.
I rolled the 72, so I failed miserably. I'm probably holding my tricorder upside down. It's a P8.
This one, you know what? I'll say that unbeknownst to you, you did not have it set for Trollians. So it does not give you a decent readout. Meanwhile, the door opens up and Lulu comes in. Ta-da! It fits.
Look at this. It's the latest fashion. I can get rid of that old thing that I've had for 10 years.
That is awesome. I like how it's got the tail access, so you don't have to like cram your tail into.
Yeah,
It's
that
so
is
incredible.
a fabulous suit.
It's a furry suit, so
It's a little stinky in here. What's going on?
We have a little dependent lividity on the toilet.
Okay.
You can't push the back because of the doing.
Perhaps we should just leave him here and move on.
Balls are swollen too,
Yeah, it's not rigor mortis. It's.
He's been dead a while, so it's not rigor anymore. So,
Yeah.
okay. You know, the blob suffocated. You know, the two humans suffocated. Uh, the well-endowed Trollian, you aren't really sure about.
I mean, this could have
I
just been an anomaly, an accident.
That could be
yeah,
him.
Yeah,
I just write it down death by misadventure.
I like that. That
Yeah,
works.
and because this would actually take some work on my end to move him or do anything more evaluative, then I decide, like, yeah, we can just kind of extrapolate that he also was suffocated. Let's get out of here.
We'll go ahead and look at his personal photos and see what he's emailed people and see, you know, this is an accurate depiction or not. Fair enough. Do you want to go back into where you came from, i.e. the airlock section, or back into the workshop area that allows you into the center?
I think the workshop so we can go into the center, right? Because we
Yeah.
still want to repair the machinery so we can see if we can
Yep.
get the thing up and the signal running.
Yeah, Lulu's going to
We
need
need
some
to-
equipment.
We need to get Lulu on it, meow.
Yeah, right meow.
As you guys go in there, you know what? I'll say it's the same because, you know, the IKEA Corporation does it that way, so it's easier to do. In the center of this room, which is about 40 feet across and cylindrical in nature, there is a center post that has conduit branching off above and below, going to the different sections. And this thing is dead as Lincoln. There are no lights on, nothing. Everybody give me an intellect roll, please.
Damn it. No.
I passed one.
47.
I don't think that makes your intellect, though.
It does not.
Dudley, you notice there seems to be an access grate on the floor just around the section. It could be used to access conduit, but since you are not an electrical engineer, you find it peculiar.
Hey Lulu, what's this for?
Hey, Lulu, I need you to go down this strange trap door. You also notice that it is not, shall we say, original equipment.
Oh.
It's
Well,
aftermarket.
it's like somebody added, it was an afterthought to add that conduit?
The grate.
The grate. Okay.
So they can relieve themselves while they're still working. Just a little drop.
That's why they keep the cheese.
Yeah, I'll go down there.
Yeah, it could be a hydraulic cheese line.
As you open it up, there is the various conduits going in different directions. However, it appears as though someone has bored an 11-foot diameter tunnel. Go ahead and everybody give me an intellect roll. I think would cover that one. Or you know what? Creativity. Intellect or creativity doesn't matter.
Ooh, I didn't do it. Never. 15.
I failed miserably. I'm thinking of like hydraulic pump cheese lines.
I've
Totally on the wrong
Got
page.
nacho cheese on the brain.
failed slightly, but I'm kind of thinking, is somebody siphoning power off of this station?
Okay, that's fair. Dudley, as you just stare at Zari, thinking, why would anybody have a hydraulic cheese line in the power gun?
Why wouldn't they?
You aren't sure whether he suffered a head injury or he's messing with you or not. Zari, of course, moving away from the pump cheese premise, has an idea. Lulu, you've seen this before. They're probably using geothermal to aid their power consumption. because clearly it's winter. Solar's not going to do it. You didn't see any wind turbines, so they're probably using geothermal. The boring, it looks like it was the Tonka Manufacturing Company, but you aren't positive.
Is there any type of like equipment left, tools left, anything to show
it,
how
it
it was
looks
done?
it looks like the hole is not recent. It's got some age to it. So since you asked, I'll go ahead and say that you probably recognize that this is not a recent project. So that may go against what Zari is considering. It may add to it. You aren't sure. What did I call it? The Tonka
Hmm.
company?
So does it look like it was actually done by tools, or does it look like it's a more organic thing?
No, it was definitely bored out by something.
Okay.
And there are steel rungs set in the side. So
Okay.
you guys find the power switch. Nothing.
And so this is a power line. I see that my rook is looking at me with a little bit less confidence because of what I said, and because he has to have absolute confidence in me. I explain with full confidence that sometimes they do indeed run high pressure cheese lines next to electric lines because it heats them at the same time.
Huh?
Yeah, and
Brilliant.
And you want your pump cheese hot.
exactly. And I say it with all the confidence, but I have no idea. You know.
You know what? Roll me a persuasion roll. Let's see if.
Do I get to roll against him?
Yes, you
That's
do.
my whole thing is shit. No,
55.
no.
Yeah, Dudley. The only thing going off in your head is bullshit, bullshit, while maintaining a smile. Good call, Chief. Lulu is headed down the bore hole.
Oh, I'm gonna follow Lulu.
So Lulu, Dudley, Zari, are you bringing up the rear?
Yeah, I'll be last.
You give the flip switch one more time. Not going to do it. You don't see any battery backup here, which is unusual. Down you go. Everybody goes down a perfectly bored hole about 100 feet. It takes you a while, but when you get down there, true to form, you see geothermal applications, hoses, grounding rods in here. And then you see what appears to be computer banks. Down in the bottom corner, property of GMAC. So you're still good. These computers are also not on. So wherever the life support system is, you didn't find it in the center and you don't see it here. Who has their visor up? Are you still eating, Zari?
No, I wasn't eating anymore, but I would have left my visor up until it kind of the suit cleared out. But after Duds squeezed my suit, it would have been clear. I would have flipped it back down.
Okay. Everybody roll intellect.
13.
41.
Nope.
Dudley is the only one that hears like metal on metal. At the base of this section, there is a tunnel in which the geothermal applications, hoses, and securing rods all run. It looks like every science fiction shithole place that you've ever seen. The pipes are screwed to the wall. This is a cave system. It is not bored out. The nice tooled boring is gone. This is a cave. You are in a cave system.
Sorry, Lulu. I heard something from.
What direction?
Only one direction. You come to the
Okay.
bottom, and there's a tunnel out.
The tunnel.
I don't like that band.
All
Right.
right. Well, let us proceed with haste.
As you guys walk along this tunnel, carefully and thought-provokingly, you can hear a audible hum coming from the wires on the wall.
Huh. As if they have power.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it seems like we're heading in the right direction. Do we see a point where or hear a point where the hum disappears and where it might indicate where it's lost? Okay, they're just all live. Is
Yep.
what it sounds like.
It's live, and the tunnel kind of curves to the left.
We'll kind of scooch down the tunnel so that we can, see a little bit at a time without revealing ourselves in case somebody or something down there.
Sure. As you guys get to the point where it curves a little bit, you can see blinking lights inside a kind of quasi-darkened room.
What do you see up there, Lulu?
Lulu, as you peek around, you notice that it's a larger room, probably the size of a gymnasium. Give me a intellect roll.
Because that's gone well so far. $57.
You aren't really sure. You just know it's a big room, and you know that all the piping and hosing is going in there, and you can see the $6 million man computer lights blinking as the Whoppers getting ready to light the nuclear weapons. You don't see any movement inside, though.
I relay all that and then start to move
What
forward.
he said.
Yeah.
As you move, go ahead.
I'll go in looking for survivors.
Okay.
That's abandoned factory.
As you guys go inside this room, you notice that this room is of alien origin. The walls are fluted, kind of like it's a wasp's nest kind of fluting. The lights cover most of the walls as you enter in. In the center, there seems to be some kind of geothermal processor, and it is fully powered and pumping. Everybody give me an intellect score.
This doesn't sound good.
Ooh,
Oh
Oh,
no.
get a double
97.
wait, is this 0 or 100?
I'm an it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about yoga right now.
How'd you guys do?
I rolled as poorly as I could roll.
I rolled a 7, so I
Lulu and Zari, you see, remember the nuclear reactor in the original Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you see. Everything seems to be coalescing in power there. It has rivulets of light, and you can tell from the hoses and the piping in the tunnel, everything is going towards this reactor like it's draining it off. Around the center is some weird gamer keyboard that nobody on the planet knows how to use. So it's an alien, and you can maybe tickle the ivories if you want. Dudley, however, notices something sinister. Along the far wall behind the nuclear reactor, there are 7 tubes. Each of the tubes has some kind of an alien that you have never met before. I'm trying to remember what name I gave it. Oh, a Geblik. It's an alien. It's hard to describe. They have webbed fingers with suction cups on the tips. The skin tones vary from gray to violet. And Dudley, as you look at these tubes, There are 7 of them. Each one has some kind of thermometer reading on it. One of the tubes is quite high. The other tubes are mid-range. And as you watch, you can see do, 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 do. So it looks like the energy being siphoned off by the reactor is doing something to these tubes. One of the tubes is almost done.
Let's go break that tube. I want a sample before it's done.
Sure, the toxic spores that fill the room should be fine.
We've got our suits on.
Yeah.
And we have our weapons on the outside. Do you guys want me to use my cryo gun to cool that tube down? I'm not so sure we should let it get hot.
Oh.
I think that we're going to have something hatch on us when it gets hot enough. I think by keeping it cool, it's,
yeah, let's cryo gun it and see if we can freeze it and slow it down. And if it comes out, then we'll stun baton it.
well, I think it needs the heat in order to get out of the tube is what I'm getting at.
That seems reasonable.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll take a shot at it at the tube. I mean, but I'm going to walk right up to the tube, so it's not going to be. I don't know how you want to do that. Cause
You do know that if you shatter the tube, it is going to propel some damage back, right?
Well, maybe I'll stand back 10 feet.
Okay. Now, in your examination of this, no roll is needed. You do not recognize the metallurgy of these tubes. For the most part, it looks like an old iron lung, but the metal is kind of, it has striations in it, almost like it has natural striations, like it's not a polished metal, clearly of alien origin. The little window there that you can see the xenophobe or xeno creature in there is very thick. The eyes on it, closed. Not a big deal. Each one of these 7 tubes seems to have its own power source emanating from the nuclear Batman reactor behind it. And you can see.
Is there a flippy switch for each one?
You guys can examine the control center while Zari prepares to let this guy freeze. Freeze, bitch.
Because I mean, if they're locked down and we shut off the power, they're probably either going to suffocate or.
Let them die.
Well, obviously they're siphoning power.
Yeah, they're siphoning power off the station, so.
There was an earthquake on the station.
There was. There was a supernova that hit.
So yeah, I have no problem in you lighting that thing up. I have no problem with you guys looking at the alien creation. I got no problems with whatever you do.
Well, I just don't want it to hatch while we're checking things out. So so is there a meter or something that we can gauge, how close to the top of the meter this is?
About 95% for the first one, mid-50s for the other 6.
Okay, so the one that looks like it's just about to get to the highest temperature, yeah, I'll stand back and put my cryo gun on a low setting if there is such a thing, or see if I can glance the side of it. But I'm also going to warn that because of the look of this metal, this might affect this entire thing when I shoot it, because it could be some sort of a membrane. So,
Lou
I'm gonna,
and Dudley, do you understand the risk?
Yeah, I'm going to. What do I have? I have a sonic blaster laser pistol. I'll have all that ready on me.
Okay, Dudley.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up with with my cryo gun and stun baton. I'm ready.
Yeehaw! Yippee, yippee! Is anybody going to examine the Batman nuclear reactor?
Yes, I will do that.
All right. Dudley?
I I mean I can.
You can cover your Zeri 6. It doesn't bother me. I just
Yeah,
want to
I
make
mean
sure I know what everybody's doing.
I'm interested because this could make a good space mission documentary. You
That's
know,
true.
being alien
And then it
information.
all came crashing down.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm
So
definitely
that would
interested
make
in this thing, but I also don't want the suction cup thing eating my face.
That's true. I can see that. So I have Lulu going to examine Batman's nuclear reactor. I have Dudley covering Zari 6. I have Zari putting it on a low setting, and he's going to light the lamp. Be advised, there's no manuals or instruction book anywhere in this place. There's also no fire extinguishers, which GMAC OSHA is going to have shit fit over. So, but everything in this area is not GMAC. So this is definitely something else. Okay, Zari, give me your, it's going to be acrobatics because it's a missile. So,
Damn it. So even though I'm close, I miss.
well, you don't miss, you hit it. Pew, 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 pew. All three of you roll a luck score.
Oh, luck is so bad.
you better not put a hole in this new suit.
Fail.
40.
Is that a fail?
Yeah, that's a fail.
Dudley?
Hey, get out of my stuff.
Go ahead and roll your damage. Since you put it on the low setting, roll damage at half.
Okay.
It's
I got 1d10.
1d10 plus
1d10 plus 2, 9. 4.5. So, what do you do for that? 4 or 5?
5.
5. Okay.
Everybody takes 5 damage. As pew, 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 pew.
Okay.
Lulu shot in the arse. As you look over the Batman nuclear fusion machine, some of the dials and gizmos and doodads and tchotchkes that you thought were part of this machine come flying off and zzz, take flight with small antennae coming out of it. Lulu, these are small drones, and they swarm. Lulu, roll me a d20.
20.
Awesome. There are 20 of them.
I yelled down, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Everybody has 6 drones. All of you roll like a d20. The top 2 get an extra drone.
16.
20.
What do you roll? A d20?
Yeah.
1.
The ladies all get 7 drones apiece, and Zari gets 6. Zari, give me a luck score.
Also, Zari, you owe me a blast vest. You just shot it off me. It's just smoking, frayed paracord.
Oh. So my luck is 31 and I rolled a 31.
As you hear Lulu screech, holy shit, there's drones coming at us. As you move your head, you notice, is it 98%? Everybody roll initiative. Percentage. High is better.
Sure, now I start rolling like crap. 57.
And 34.
Dudley?
63.
Nice. The drones swarm at you guys. I'm just going to roll one roll for all 6 or 7 drones. 31 is a miss. Zari's up next. 11, you're going to get hit. And 43 for Dudley. Lulu and Dudley are swiping at him. Zari, 6 of them come in, 6 damage.
This is still to my spacesuit if I've got points left, right?
Correct.
Okay.
How's that blast vest holding up? Okay, 63. Top roll for you guys. Dudley, time to start whopping ass.
What's our blast? Oh, that's 2d8 also.
So these things are little, so it'd probably be easier to hit them with my stun baton, huh?
Probably, because you're looking at a minus or a plus 10 to your roll. So these things are going to be hard to hit.
Oh dear. Okay. It's gonna be athletic.
Blast vest is looking a little shabby.
I got a 44 and my score is 43, so I missed.
Swing and a miss. 57 is up next. Lulu.
14.
Oh yeah, you whacked the shit out of it. What are you using?
I'm going to use my laser pistol.
Because 24 still hits, right?
Me?
Yeah. Because remember, you're adding 10 to your roll because they're hard to hit.
Oh.
This would be your acrobatics roll.
Yes, that still hits. Okay.
Boom.
What was it? 20. That is an 8.
Nice. One of the drones is knocked right out of the air. Zari, you are up next. You notice that the hive mind appears to be damaged. The 6 that were coming after you are now flying in random formation. You are more than welcome to continue to attack, or you can just decide that their attack pattern's disrupted.
If the ones that are attacking me are just kind of going in a random pattern now, but some of the other ones are still attacking Lulu or Duds, no, they're all just kind of...
It's a hive mindset, so they are now disrupted.
Okay, I'll just yell ceasefire.
Fair enough. You guys are close proximity. I assume you all hear it. Then you hear that your toaster pastry is done with a ding. As you guys turn around to look at the ding, the iron lung opens up and the xenomorph with the pseudopods on their fingertips has escaped. I will give you the option to keep your initiative roll or re-roll. But first, I will roll mine to let you know, to give you the benefit of the doubt.
And I was like, where? You had one job. What the hell?
The xenomorphs is a 50. So the only one that would benefit by sticking is Dudley, who had the 34. No, I'm sorry.
I had
Initiative.
34.
57 and 63 get to go. So, Zari, if you have the 34, if you want to re-roll, I will give you a re-roll for initiative.
Thank you very much, and that would be 40.
Yeah, 40 doesn't do you any favors.
No.
The xenomorph opens a cloud of steam, mist, vapor, exits. Since Zari did not get an attack roll last time, I'll start with you, and we'll go to a real initiative. So, Zari, do you want to try and light this dude up or run like hell?
Is he coming after us, or is he also like the drones, just kind of going in whatever direction?
His eyes seem to be laser focused on you, 6.
Yeah, I definitely try to shoot him with my cryo gun.
As he emerges, he probably says in some kind of alien language, "You the motherfucker trying to shoot me?" He's gonna bust a cap in your ass. You were in the wrong hood, dude.
I hit him big, and that's with the cryo gun, so that's going to be 1d10 plus 2. So I get him with 7 damage, and I slowed him.
Well, his thermal plate is smoked, so he does suffer some damage. The fight in principle now starts. We start with a 63, which is Dudley. Dudley, you just saw Zari light this dude up. He looks angry.
I think my cryo gun is called for in this situation, so
Sure.
I'm going to try and shoot him with it.
Keep in mind, if you guys miss, ping, 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 ping.
Yeah, everyone take cover.
It's Dawn of the Dead in the boiler room, right?
That's right.
So Deadeye's Dudley is going to take a shot. Nope, miss.
Everybody roll a luck score.
Oh, man.
96. I
Ooh.
killed it.
I made it.
24.
Does that make your luck score?
Yeah, just by 1.
The drones lose. Dudley, 1 hit point.
Okay.
Next up, 57, Lulu. These two are cryo gunning the shit out of this guy. What do you want to do?
Is it? Okay, it's just the one. So I will also
It's
try to
just the
hit him.
one. The other 6 areas.
Okay, I'll keep looking for a switch to turn them all off.
No. Intellect or luck?
We'll go with intellect.
Go ahead and roll. A peaceful solution.
No.
Well, good news is you flip the switch, the entire room lights up. So you've restored illumination to it. Next up is 40. That is Zari. Lulu is back there DJing, flipping on lights and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna, to the rhythm of her wiki wiki scratch, I'm going to shoot again. This time unsuccessfully. So
Pew, 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 pew. Everybody roll luck.
Aw.
fail.
That's a fail.
Dudley.
I'll fail.
This time everybody takes 2 hit points of damage.
Oh boy.
I'm slowly whittling away at you guys. And the drone swarm is done. Because the drones failed that shit. Meanwhile, ELO's back there flipping switches, getting her tail shot. New round. My turn. And I didn't take my turn last time, but tough shit. I am zeroed in on Zari. 97. My suction cup fingers reach out to try and mind meld with you, but clearly miss as you are too fast. This
It's because the cheese
It's the
salmon
nacho.
in the
It's the
system.
cheese, salmon, and the lights. Woo, woo, woo. Everything is throwing off his karma. New round. He went. 63 is up next.
Okay, well, I'm realizing a common theme in that I can't hit the broadside of a barn with my gun.
Yeah, on
So,
the contrary, you've hit everybody so far.
yeah, true. That's true. But I can't hit what I'm
Nice.
aiming for. So, do I still have that parachute?
I
Yeah.
assume.
Okay, I want to try and throw the parachute over him to blind him. You know, maybe he's like a stupid dog and he'll just be under there for hours.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Acrobatics roll to bolero that shit onto him.
Okay. I totally fail. 93, so I probably got it on me.
93. Uh, you failed to see the screws holding the stuff up, so now you've got a curtain up there. Lulu, you're over there flipping light switches. You want to keep trying that shit?
Yep.
Go ahead. Give me a luck score.
I've got the party banner. You do the lights.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Next fail is
14.
drops confetti. Roll me a d6.
2.
You hear. You turn around and 2 of the 6 shut off. So now you know what switch you pulled. Next time you can roll at advantage. Wrapping up round 1 of the real combat. 40, Zari. Jesus Christ, now there's a fucking parachute hanging from the ceiling. Lights are flicking on and off, but you do hear.
Okay. I'll yell out, "Nice going, meow."
Meow meow.
Flip me
I'm
out
shooting.
switches.
I'm shooting and I hit with
Nice.
my cryo gun.
Nice.
And let me temper 2. Oh. I hit with 3 and a slow if slow is working.
Slow is working. You know what? That's why I fucked up that first attack round, because he was too slow.
Aha.
So you said how much? 7?
No, 3 more damage and slow.
Fair enough. New round. He's going to attack. Zari and Dudley, you are at the forefront. So Zari, since I've been whacking at you, you want odd or even?
I'll take odd.
3. He's going to go after you. 12. You immediately start to feel information violently sucked out of your head.
Well, that has to hurt.
Only 1 hit point of damage, though, out of 9. So that's a plus. Also, cosmetically speaking, you're going to need some concealer because those things are going to look nasty. 63, Dudley, hey, the dude you're responsible for here is going to give you your eval, just got sucked.
I mean, my career
Not in a
is
good
going to
way.
be really short-lived if I don't come back with my training officer. So
Or
I will.
would it?
True.
Maybe that's why they paired you together. Will he survive this? Most likely not.
So I'm gonna throw myself at the creature, screaming, "Sorry!"
Good job, Rook.
Thank you.
Is this bad, Luke?
Potato!
Dripping off all his tentacles. this like an athletics or an acrobatics?
That'll be athletics because it's martial. So,
Uh,
so you're going to throw yourself at him.
9.
Nice. Yeah, you hit him a ton. I'll say D6, and Zari can have an advantage on his athletics roll to break free when he comes up on. Well, actually, since you tried, go ahead. All you got to do is beat me on the athletics roll. Remember the low score. The lower the score is, the better the score. 70. 49. Yeah, you are going to break contact with him.
Nice.
Lulu.
Have the same pressure points as humanoids.
That's right. Lulu,
Nice.
you can have advantage roll to try and shut off the other 4, or you can try a different set of switches at a normal roll. Your choice.
I'll go at advantage.
Go ahead. Give me 2 luck rolls. Take the better one.
Thanks, Rook.
That was a fail.
The lights have now turned red in the area, and that sounds like an overload to me. But you know, whatever happens, happens. Zari, the Rook has knocked the xenophobe backwards. You now have these cool suction cup things, and his Vulcan mind meld has been disrupted. You are now available to fly again. I got Novocaine in my face. You're drooling a little bit. There's a little bit of salmon running down your tentacle.
Oh.
Novocaine has got me. Damn bandits.
Salmon hanging off a string from the end of the tentacle.
That's right. You have the old Bell's palsy that I had. Everything just. Oh my God.
Is Duds on top of this thing?
Yes.
Yeah, so I can't shoot at it with my cryo gun, so I'm gonna pull my thermo knife. Well, I can, but no, I'm gonna pull my thermo knife and I'm gonna go after it with that.
Dudley, just like your father before you, you died in the line of service. Okay, go ahead.
All right, and then that one's athletics. So.
Carve me off some, what did I call these things? Gelbrick.
86.
That's a little bit high, isn't it?
It is.
Ooh,
it's way high.
He's playing Mumbly Peg, only it's the Xenomorph and you there, Dudley. New round. Dudley, you're on top of him, so screw you. He's going to touch you. Not with a 48, he's not. He's attempting to do that, but he's trying to avoid the thermal knife. So you guys continue to wrestle. It is your turn, Dudley.
If I can like athletics hold him down, will it give Zari advantage at hitting him?
It absolutely will.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that while coughing a lot. It's an alien, so it might not have the constitution and
immunity factor. Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Good thinking.
And Dudley's been a few places, so I'm gonna try to plague blanket his ass.
Maybe it's also a mating ritual.
Oh Lord.
It might be because I rolled a 67.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you fail to hold him down. Sorry, you'll be rolling normally. Lulu, at advantage or try something else now that.
I guess I'll try something else.
Go ahead.
I'll just try to shut it all down.
Yep.
8.
Nice. Shut it down, meow.
You know what? The room begins to fill with some kind of gas.
Sorry?
The gas is emanating out from under the nuclear Batman fusion thing. Because an 8 is pretty low. I'm going to roll a health check on the xenomorph. Otherwise, it's La La Land for him. 24. He backs away from the gas. Everybody roll health score at advantage because you guys are still wearing your things, right?
Yeah.
I passed.
I did not.
And
I
then
did not either.
Dudley, you must have a leak in your suit or something. Some of the gas is getting in there, and you start to feel lightheaded. You will
Yeah,
fight.
I got a bullet hole in my ass.
Well, apparently your ass is breathing just fine. Dudley, you will fight at disadvantage. Zari, Lulu, you will fight normally. The xenomorph will fight at disadvantage. That was Lulu's turn. Congratulations, Lulu. That was something. Zari, you're up.
Alrighty. So I'm re-inspired by Lulu's success at the control panel there. And I go for him again with my thermal knife.
Now you can take the shot with a cryo gun if you want.
No, since I'm still pretty close and I hit him.
Huh?
So I'll do yeah. So that'll be 8 damage with my thermal knife.
Up to 11. Everybody hears as all of the doors unlock on the other xenomorphs.
Great.
They will be required to save.
Do they have rolling shoots? They have rolling shoots?
All 4 step out. All 4 step out and all 4 fall flat on their face. The mist seems to have, you aren't sure. You aren't sure if they're asleep, if they're dead, or what. But for Dudley, she's a little loopy, like she's drunk. New round. The xenomorph has again 2 choices after seeing his associates ponder out. You said odd, did you not, Zari?
Say that again?
Your odds?
Odds.
Okay. Murder Hobo 6. Dudley is going to be the target of the attack at disadvantage. And I do not have to roll a second. That will fail miserably as the kind of Kalima, but he can't get through your suit. In this round 63. Dudley, you are fighting at disadvantage. There are 4 xenomorphs on the deck, 1 still working. You're feeling a little loopy, a little lightheaded. It's that nitrous that that dude used on Zari, apparently. So everybody's going to start laughing.
okay, I'm gonna try and hit him with my stun baton again because a 6. Oh wait, I'm at disadvantage for Pete's sake. And I hit him.
Yeah.
You're going to do double damage since this is electrical.
Ooh.
Oops.
This xenomorph class does not like electricity.
7 points of damage, and it's stun. It's a stun baton. So I think that has to do a health save or be stunned. Is that how that works?
98. That bitch is going to be stunned. Lulu, you can continue playing Disco Switch. You can coup de grace 4 xenomorphs, or you can join the battle with Zari and Dudley. You are functioning under distinct parameters.
I will see if I can get rid of the other xenomorphs.
By killing them, or because they escaped, so flipping the switch on them doesn't do you any good.
They ran. Okay. Then I will enter into the fray.
Okay, go ahead and kill Captain Xenomorph.
Well, hopefully they're not cooked all the way.
We'll let Zari.
35.
Does that hit?
What am I using?
What are you using?
I don't know. Whatever you tell me to use.
Stun baton, athletics.
Athletics. Oh, that does hit.
Okay, go ahead.
I was using my laser pistol, and
Oh, that would be acrobatics.
oh, okay. Well, I don't have a stun baton.
Oh, okay. Does
So I
acrobatics?
guess I fail.
Okay, fair enough. Pew pew pew! Everybody roll luck score, including you, Lulu. If anybody gets 100, say again.
Oh, I missed by 3.
I got 4.
Watch where you're shooting now.
Sorry.
14.
So only Dudley gets hit. Pew
Yeah.
pew pew. What's your damage on your laser pistol? 1d8 plus what?
Me?
Yeah.
1d8 plus 2.
Well, roll a d8, add 2, cut it in half. Friendly fire.
3.
3 hit points there, Dudley.
Sorry.
That spacesuit's seen better days. Fortunately, you guys can be Fantastic Four up there. Last but not least in this round, Zari. Zari,
Yeah.
dude is on the ground. Full advantage on this thing. Or you can retreat and start flipping switches. Maybe find some disco music on that fusion reactor.
What kind of condition is Duds in? Is he still kind of drunk, seaman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Am I able to reach Duds's either upper or lower extremities and pull him away from where he's obviously breathing some of those fumes, and back to where he might be at full capacity?
The whole room is kind of filled with it.
Okay.
So, yeah, you would have to drag him into the tunnel.
Yeah, so I'm just going to take a shot at this guy now with my cryo gun.
Sure. Say hello to my little friend.
I feel like my spacesuit's about to be destroyed now.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah. 18, I made it, and
Oh, nice. Stay of execution.
He's Duke Nuke 3D right there for him. And he's all out of bubble gum, so.
10 plus.
I set him up
Yeah,
and knock him down. Sorry, it's how we do it.
So I rolled a 10, 10 plus 2 plus slow. So 12 plus slow.
30. The xenomorph's head freezes over, and a quick whack of the butt of your weapon will shatter his face.
Ooh.
Face you later, alligator.
Wow.
The core meltdown has been shut down. There are 4 unconscious xenomorphs. There are 2 dead in the tubes. If you guys want to coup de grace them and then try and find an owner's manual on the Gotham City fusion reactor, that's fine.
Yeah, I
Should we
want.
bring,
Yeah,
should we
and I
try
think
to bring back one for a sample or something?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want samples of this
yeah.
thing.
Let's see. If I'm unaffected by the gas, then I'm gonna wrap one of these things up with paracord, I guess, right?
Sure. The gas has now stopped extruding from the base. So another minute or two and Dudley will be back to normal. But yeah, fortunately, you guys have a lot of paracord. Hopefully it holds these things. They didn't appear to be overly strong. It appears as though that their suction cup fingers is the big concern. So maybe you go up into the commissary, get some oven mitts. I think that's what Chip Swanson would suggest. If I had those fucking oven mitts, I might still be alive.
Yeah, we've been remembering him quite a bit for somebody that we knew for 10 minutes. So
Well, it took a couple weeks to get here, so
okay, so all right, so we exchanged some stories with old Chips.
We hardly knew ye.
Wait till you meet his brother, Flips.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just glad I don't have to listen to him chewing with his mouth open anymore.
Uh,
But I get like
Are you
I
talking
get
about
my
Zari or Chips?
chips. Oh, Swanee. I get my parachute unhooked from the thing, and then I'll like roll them up like a little
Tamale.
filthy alien burrito, and paracord them up using like whatever appropriate sailing knots I would probably know but don't.
Cool. What are you doing, Zari?
I'm supervising that, of course.
Sure.
And
Lulu,
I'll also be kind of looking around at the switches. I don't think that I have much of a chance to figure out what's going on, but
He's supervising that too.
Yeah, do we know exactly? I'll ask Lulu if we know if we've restored power to the upper levels.
not yet.
Oh, then we better just keep flipping switches, I guess.
What's
That sounds
one?
that sounds like a manager right there. Roll me a D6 there, Lulu. Because it's not going to take any luck anymore. It's just going to find the right one. 2. There is a door that slides shut, sealing off the tunnel.
I think we better get on the other side of that.
So now you are in, as you can look around now and explore this thing, it looks like it's a spaceship of some kind that tunneled down underneath at some point in time and then tunneled out to hijack power from the science station. That is your best guess at this point in time. So there's going to be a lot of alien tech here. You don't really know how to extract it, but you can always send a science team back for it. Spoiler alert, the science team upstairs, all dead. Roll me again, D6. Oh, and if you flip switch 2 again, the door will open.
Flipping switches, I look for any red dusty stuff in here.
Only on your shoes. So yes, it did not, the red phosphorus or whatever it's going to be did not come from there. Switch 1. The fusion reactor is now recycling its power back into the mainframe and into the battery core of the station. The hum that Zari picked up on last time is now extending down the tunnel, whereas before it was extending towards the alien spaceship. From here, you guys can examine the spaceship, go upstairs, examine the science station. You will have communication. You know what? Roll me. Somebody roll me a d20.
Shit. 2.
It's going to take 2 days until a passing freighter can pick you up.
Ow.
So you have 2 days to deal with Zari and his culinary questionable choices, as well as finding the second bathroom, which you're probably going to need to use.
Pretty pump cheese. So
Well,
we got
Captain Tailhook.
so we have all the insect creatures all wrapped up and got power back. It seems like going back towards the thing. So I'll want to go back up there and confirm that we do have power up there, and then if we do, probably use the communications first, and then kick around maybe in the library and see what else we can find out before we're picked up in a couple of days.
Yep. You will. There is no brig, so you guys will have to take turns watching the xenomorph. It will not communicate with you. It will struggle against its bonds. Fortunately, the paracord is primo paracord, and the parachute. Now, who wants to try and feed this thing?
Oh,
Wait.
dear.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to take a live sample.
Oh, oh,
I
okay.
didn't either.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no.
I thought we were just going to pick up a dead guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
sure.
want parts. Like I want to find like organs and different pieces of anatomy. You want a live one?
Well, not necessarily, but we can leave one of them. We can leave one of them whole, and if it makes it, it makes it for the 2 days, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Let somebody else worry about how to feed it.
Yeah, you can lock it. The two in the tubes are definitely dead. You can kill 3 of the other 4 and stick one into a tube. Lulu can kind of keep an eye on the power gauge, keep it at maybe 50%. The captain or leader, he's dead as well. But yeah, if Dudley wants to turn into Dexter and go up and get a bone saw out of the storage room and a face shield, you can go to town on those things.
Yeah. I'm gonna get some samples and I'm gonna put this together for my latest space mission documentary. Aliens on a remote scientific outpost. Working on my fake accent.
How tall were these things? Oh, they were about that tall.
Hold the head up.
That's right, not yay tall. So fair enough. That ends the space station scenario as I envisioned it. Now it's time for the important part: feedback. What did I get right? What did I get wrong? Start with Mike.
This one seemed to flow really, really well, with very, very decisive sort of. There was enough mystery in what to do that it added intrigue, but not so much that it became confusing at any point. And so it was well balanced like that. And also, the thing I can't stop thinking about is the
Pump cheese?
pump cheese and the very challenging rolling system. And sometimes it's a little infuriating, but when you do get it, it makes it all that much sweeter. And so I can't decide how much I like it or dislike it because it changes. Obviously, when I roll, and succeed, that's good, but it seems like for what we're doing out in space with so many variables, it almost seems like it should be harder to succeed. um, because because of all the variables involved in a space adventure. You know, it's not it's you know, you go from planet to planet or space station to wherever, and the variables are just changing so much that it would be difficult to succeed uh, in a more known than you would in a more known environment. So that's what I thought. But as far as the adventure itself, it was compelling, and it was interesting and fun. And yeah, no, you know, there was no real spots that were like, oh, you know, geez, you know what, you know, I'm stuck or I'm stumped. So it flowed really nice. It was fun.
Well, one of the things was two of you landed in the same spot, which helped a great deal because in the four areas that I had, each one had a different challenge. So yours actually bled over into Lulu's. In the forest, there was supposed to be a guardian Elmo, which was a bulbous thing that also walked like on spider legs. But I realized rather quickly that, oh shit, you're just going to get your ass handed to you. So I kind of ditched that for just the one encounter. If all three of you would have ended up in different spots, ooh, I think it would have been a fatal game. And going back to your, it's kind of tough. I agree 100%. And since I'm such an old crotchety fucker that grew up with BASIC, we would just take our character sheets and play all day and just go through.
Right.
So, and that was kind of the flavor that I'm going for. I don't
Yeah.
want the 20th level Jesus Christ superstar hero blowing shit left and right. I want the, I could fucking die here. and
Yeah.
that brings the challenge home. So, good critique. I like it. I'm glad you enjoyed the adventure. Dawn.
I like what Mike said. The adventure was a lot of fun. It had a good flow. It seemed like you were randomizing the rooms based on what we rolled.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I like it because it's a lot of that is very, you know, original, basic, where everything was based on a random table, which is pretty cool. The only negative is it just feels like there's not a lot of difference in the classes as far as abilities. You know, it doesn't seem like soldiers can attack much higher than, you know, medics, techs, or engineers. It just doesn't, I don't know, it just seems like there's not enough
Bonus.
Pardon?
Bonus.
Yeah,
Bonus for
bonus or
being this or bonus for being that.
yeah, just
Maybe difference
not much,
between.
yeah, not as much flavor between the you know, the different classes.
No, that's fair. I like that.
I mean, this is a more reality-based thing, like even though it's like sci-fi and whatnot, like there's not like magical stuff. So, you know, like there's not that much difference between a
Right.
medic and an accountant in real life.
But Lulu as a technician handled the switchboard. I think that she had more of an advantage towards that than either of us would have. So it did play out, and we really had nobody as medics that we wanted to save in this adventure. Although I kind of felt like that before. I think we would be closer in kind of relation to each other, just because it's like you said, there's no magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, spoiler alert, the Let's Do the Rebellion is geared towards you got to keep this guy alive. So that would be a more medic based scenario. Right now, I'm having, and the point is well taken, I'm having a hard time determining okay, if I want to be a technician, I get an advantage on the creativity slot. or I get to do this, or I get to do that. After that, yes. And I, I suppose I'm thinking, okay, I can pick up a gun and shoot it. You three can pick up a gun and shoot it. And under stress, we all probably pretty much have the same shot again. So, but no, I think I, I think I need to consider, and again, it's been a while since I've written much, but more of like the old 2E. Oh, here is the thief's challenge. Here is the cleric's challenge. Here is the fighter challenge. So I think in each scenario I write, I need to include something that is going to hit the flare for, the bard, the cleric, the rogue, or in this case, the medic, the tech, the fighter. And with,
I don't think it has to be every time. I think that like some adventures would be more technician centric, and some would be more medic centric, some would be more soldier centric, and you kind of go into it knowing like, hey, I might really have to use my skills in this, or I might just become a another combatant sort of a thing. But I don't know that you need to touch it. It depends how. I mean, if you're doing a longer campaign, definitely. But if you're doing a one-off or something, not always, I would say.
well, I always like to include something for everybody. So, I want you guys to shine. I'm telling the story, but I'm piggybacking off your ideas. So that is why I want Zari's moment to shine. Oh, I'm the senior medic. Hey, I know this. Dudley, I'm the junior medic, but you know what? I got lucky here and did this. So, and then Lulu is the cat switch flipping pariah that's, oh, I just gassed everybody.
I didn't mean it.
I think it was the best you could have
I'm
done,
just
actually.
supposed to look at computers.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if in this situation, if we had soldiers, if I would have determined they are not going to ricochet if they miss. They're going to know I'm shooting the shotgun. I'm aiming
Right.
lower. Whereas you guys are like, oh, pew 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 pew, ippe, get me Frito Lays. But
Right.
a soldier would know, hey, fuck this shit. This is an alien material. I'm not going to do it. So, but no, that you guys both brought up good points. So I appreciate that because this is a work in progress. Carrie, wrap it up. What you think?
I thought it was good. I mean, yeah, I guess I would say the class issue is kind of weird because, yeah, the strengths and weaknesses aren't as readily apparent, or they're not as
Defined.
thank you, defined. So I think I would like that a little bit better because, Lulu is the tech who does gravity-less yoga in her free time and like space trivia night. So she's not really useful.
Well, Dudley's doing TikToks on documentaries, or no, what is it, Reels? Is that what it's called? Reels
Right.
on Roku? You're doing that 2 minute soap opera bullshit on this.
Yeah, and it's in an AI voice, so it's like
Oh, so it's really monotonous.
This is a xenomorph. Oh my
always use
god!
the Morgan Freeman accent. For
This
all of
is
my
Muraya.
a lot of people don't know this.
Yeah, but
But
yeah,
yeah,
no,
was fun.
It's becoming funner as familiarity is setting in, as well as a little bit of uh, masochism, like, and enjoying the hard rolling system, like leaning into the challenge.
Yeah, it's and I like that. I mean, it gives me nostalgic feelings. But the nice thing so far, and for those who don't know, Don's given me like 20 fucking creatures that I still haven't done stats for. But there's only 5 levels. So, and with this one, this was a level 3 xenomorph, and
Oh,
it had just a harder time hitting you guys as you guys did it. So the days of we're going to go 2 rounds, kill this dragon, go divide the loot, that shit has sailed. Especially when, in regular D&D, oh, I'm going to fight the dragon. Well, it's the size of a barn, so you should be able to hit that thing. And my fault again for not. Oh, yeah, the little drones are harder to hit, but the giant polar bear, that should be easier to hit. So I think once I get more familiar with that, and maybe I put that section of the compendium out there of, hey, don't forget these things. But in keeping with the difference in classes, maybe I incorporate that somehow. But it's still a work in progress. We're still a few days away from releasing it.
maybe with the classes when it's something that's their skill set, like Lulu trying to figure out what buttons and levers to hit to get us, power back on, then maybe it's something like she gets a bonus die that she can subtract from her score, like, from her roll.
I think you mentioned that before, and I think I have that written down. So yes, I think that is a good idea. Yeah, from the discussions with you and John, I've written down all the ideas. I just haven't formulated it. But yeah, I think you guys came up with that, and I think that is a solid idea. Whereas if creativity is going to be your main stat, you get to roll an additional die for it. But when you roll to be creative about something, you get to roll that same die and subtract to it. So yeah, I think that was mentioned. I just haven't I haven't written it down. So, but yeah, I think that is a solid idea. So it just requires a little bit of rewrite and editing, which not that big a deal.
You're retired now. You have time.
I'm retired. I have a shitload of time, so every day is the same. Carrie asked me yesterday. She's like, "Well, what do you want to do today?" I said, "I don't know. It's a fucking Tuesday to me." So whatever. I don't have to go anywhere. So.
Asshole.
But no, go ahead. Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys giving me the time and working through this problem.
Yeah, and if you ever also just wanted to have a quick session, if you have just ideas that you want to throw out, if you get stuck on something, we usually have some sort of an idea that even if it's not good or bad, might shake the cobwebs or whatever. And I know we were talking about too about the classes, since there's not as much leveling that we do, like, and I was going to ask you, but we can go over this next time, like, so the medics have some sort of a hypo, the engineers have some sort of a wrench, the soldiers have some sort of I don't know, an MRE that gives them like super strength or something like that. And then maybe after you play so much, you get 2 of those, and the only place to like recharge your wrench to reset your syringe is at a space station. So it's not even like you get it reset every rest. You get it reset when you go resupply, refuel, and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought about doing a botany scenario where, oh, hey, if I use this, I can increase the viability of my hypo spray or recharge it.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. But just something for the skill itself to level, even though the people aren't leveling. and not much, but like maybe um, you know every 100 adventures or something, you just get laid on a extra, and that would just be up
I
to
think the odds of us living through 100 adventures is pretty slim.
right, right. Well,
We
I'm
could do
I'm
it.
pretty nostalgic too of the days that just play a character for years. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, now keep in mind, after every successful mission, we were toying with the if you complete the primary task and or the secondary task, you get to roll for your prime attribute, another, I
Oh,
think it was D6. And if you got both of them, you got to choose two attributes and add a D6 up to, I think we said 70, I think, or
yeah.
60.
I totally forgot about that. That's a great idea.
Yeah. So it wasn't my idea. It was hers or John's. I can't remember, but it wasn't mine. But yeah, I think in lieu of leveling, oh, I'm a 37th level space adventurer. Hey, I do push-ups all the time, and I'm maxed out at 60 for my martial arts, so I will Jackie Chan your ass into the next quadrant. But yeah, I do need to come up with something on the difference in classes bonus. So that is definitely, and I think you get the extra die, and then whenever you say I'm going to do the creative shit, give them an extra die to subtract that. I don't think that unfairly tilts anything, and that's what I'm trying to do. I don't want it to be that, oh, here comes Lulu and she's got 97% chance of hitting this guy.
Right. And you're talking about that bonus die would be something that you would roll at the beginning of the adventure, or would that be baked into the character, or would that just be like on a roll to roll basis?
I was thinking roll to roll. So if Lulu has to figure out which switch operates the gate or the door, and she can use her creativity to say, well, if it were me, I'd do it this way. And then, no, that just released all the toxic gas that just made Dudley loopy. And
Right.
meanwhile, no, he's got the move, okay? He can't talk.
Hey Lulu, let's go party. Which switch was that?
That's right.
That's right. They're just down there in the exhaust vent, sucking it up. But you know what? We need to find the charging vial and take that shit with us. That way, when we get reamed out for the expense thing,
That's right.
You know the street value of that gas you released?
that's right.
As long as
Meanwhile,
you
the
don't-
methamphetamine released. But no, I appreciate the effort. It's a work in progress. So if you guys think anything, by all means, hit me up. Folks at home, I guess we
Yeah.
allow.
I get to start working part-time from now on, so
Yeah.
I'll be free in the afternoons.
Everybody
Ooh, nice.
wave to the folks so we can keep talking. Bye, folks. Thanks for watching.